For the last video in this series, we're going to review invoicing and accounting. While this is probably the least exciting of all the functions in this application, it does pack a lot of punch and saves you a lot of time. When evaluating bottlenecks in the system, the two big ones that we had to address coming into this application were the data in, or how a reservation gets into the system. This went fairly smoothly, even though the delivery and pickup could use a lot of automation. But then the data out and how we get it into accounting and handle that process was on the other side of the system, but a huge bottleneck that needed to be addressed. Let's take a look at how we innovated to handle this bottleneck. As a reservation passes through the system, it has different statuses along the way. It's new, it's on the truck, it's delivered, and then it's picked up. Once the item is picked up, or all the items on the reservation are picked up, they go to a status called invoicing. Once they're in that status, they show up in this queue. I can use this search above to find an individual reservation if I want to bill that separately. Otherwise, they're organized in the queue. They're separated by property management company. I know when I bill them, monthly, weekly. Then I also have a segment here for cash sales. These are direct orders that come in over the phone. Some of the website orders will show up here even though they're paid. I still need to send them over, so I have them for my records. There's a batch that also runs in this process, so I don't really need to do a lot with these real estate companies because that weekly batch will send those over as needed. But from time to time, I do need to get in here and send an individual order that may have not been sent before or that I want to bill a little early. So I can find that and send that over individually. Once I hit the export now, we're going to connect directly to the QuickBooks API. The system is set up to automatically create the account and create a new invoice for that account on the QuickBooks side. I don't need to enter any information. It's going to pass everything over we have for the invoice, and I can do all my accounts receivable over in QuickBooks. There's no data entry process. There's no errors in typing things in. We all know how difficult it is to hit those numbers correctly all the time. We're reducing a lot of errors, and we're cutting the time drastically to do this process. Once they're sent over, I do keep track of invoices here on the system as well in case there's a discrepancy. Sometimes I need to go back and look at the specifics of the reservation, so it's nice to have those invoices here and accessible, so I can just click through to look at what they are. As part of this list, I'm also going to see what invoice number it was, how many are in there, what is the billing period for that invoice, and who was it billed to. So again, as we mentioned before, it's not the most exciting of functions in this app, but there is a lot of power behind the automation that's provided as part of this export. Hopefully this helps you address or get the information you need as far as what this application can do from an accounting perspective. Thank you.